Hi guys, welcome to Joffney Kids Edition, episode 58, Illusions. Today we're going to be taking a look at some illusions that can make your paper look like there's a hole in it, or look like you're looking from the bird's eye view of a pyramid, or project your own letters and symbols.
We're going to use a little bit of a demonstration to show you how to do three-dimensional objects that are going to help your illusions. So get your pens, your pencils, your paper, your erasers.
Let's get into this.
Woohoo! First, you're going to show everybody what we worked on last week, which was a lot of fun. What did we do last week?
Star Wars.
Yay!
This is my mom's baby Yoda.
Which you walked us through to show us how to do, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is my mom's Darth Vader.
That was a special request at the end, so I did a quick Vader and the shapes that you can do to make Vader.
This is my first baby Yoda that I did before we started recording.
I think it's cool because those are also your color options you're trying to get people to vote on.
And the little thing in the middle is at one point after I finished my baby Yodas and my mom was explaining how to do Darth Vader, I proceeded to draw my own at droid.
You did your own at machine. Cool.
And then this is the baby Yoda we did together on the live stream.
That's very cool.
With my hashtags in the corner.
Okay, I still get a kick out of the fact that you use hashtags.
And I had a lot of fun. So, welcome to the Optical Illusions.
Alright, I'm going to split the screen now, if you don't mind. Split the screen. There we go. I'm over here. Hey.
Over here, just outside the camera.
You can see a little bit of the sunshine coming in. It's a really nice day today. We got to go outside and do some playing around, and I did some artwork outside. It was a fun day today.
Yep.
So what are we going to start with in illusions? Do you want me to start with a trivia question?
You say this first trivia question, I'll get into refreshing everybody's memory on cubes.
Okay, so we'll start with some cubes. And my first trivia question is, which one of these people is a world-famous optical illusion artist? Is it A, Vera Etches, B, Cornelia Sketches, or C, Martis Etcher? Should be an easy one for you guys to start your day. Maybe some of you guys will recognize some of those names too. Alright, so we're going to start with cubes.
So the first thing you want to do, we have a C. We have another C. We have two C's.
Oh, two C's.
First of all, draw a little square. Wherever you want your cube to be. Next, make the bottom right corner. This is right here. And this is left. Make the bottom right corner. I'm going to make the bottom right corner into a baby square.
Mm-hmm.
And then use the lines that you created not from the first square, but the ones you made to turn that corner into a square, to make another big square.
Awesome. I tend to just go right into making a square that's almost the same size as the first square too, but I like that you start in small thingy.
Chat.
Yes. Well, the answer, of course, to our trivia question is indeed Martis Cornelius Etcher. And I tried to fool you guys by using another name that some of you who are in Ottawa might know, Vera Etches, who is our public health care official, Dr. Vera Etches, who is definitely not an illusionist. And Cornelius is the middle name of Mr. Etcher, and I just said Sketches. So you guys are really, really smart. Way to go. Okay, so you got your 2 squares. Now what do we do?
I made mine a little bit too small, so I'm just going to erase that.
That's fine.
But next what you do is you draw a line. Hold on. I'll show you. You'll draw a line between the corners of the squares.
Aha. Like
So whatever corner that the squares would line up to have, the bottom left corner would be lined up with the other bottom left corner and would keep going.
Yeah, so you match all the corners up with a line just like that. And then you sort of start to see you've got an ice cube or a box or a cube.
And then if you wanted to make it not look like it's a model, you can erase the lines.
Which I can't do on my pen.
I can.
That's okay.
You
You can.
erase the lines inside that you wouldn't actually see. So it should look a bit like this. Mine looks more like a rectangular prism. But if you made it a bit bigger square in the middle, it wouldn't look this way.
I'm just going to do a quick outline one where you can look like I erased the inside. Ta-da! And why is this important? Why are we showing you guys this again? Is because in illusions, it's about making your eye see something that isn't there, and we're working on what's called 2 dimensions, length and width on a piece of paper, and we're adding another element to it that can make you see a 3rd dimension. You can sort of see into the paper or out of the paper, and you'll see a little bit more of that in one of the cool illusions Miss Rainbows has to show you today.
The whole down illusion is one I'm going to show. I did another one I was drawing out with chalk a little bit ago, and I drew some of these illusions. And this is one of the ones I drew. So first of all, you want to start off with a big square.
I started as a small square.
You want a huge square.
I might not have enough room. So I'll go down here instead. I'm going to do it with my pencil, and then I'll make it darker so you can all see.
I can see it. I think it's just the right thing. Now that we have the big square, draw a smaller square in the middle. And kind of like we did with the cubes, this is where it comes in handy. And I'm just going to move this up a bit, because I can do that. I'm digital. Boom. Okay. So now, like the cube, you want to connect each corner. A line.
A straight line,
straight
from corner to corner,
line
right?
from the same corner of the little one to the big one. Like that. This strategy is going to come in handy as in a later one. Now for me, I can't really tell whether this is going down or this is actually popping up. So what I like to do to help is I like to draw any simple pattern on the side that gets smaller, and it's like you can visually picture it going down, or like you can see and feel like it's actually heading downward.
So you put your lines, if you're doing straight lines like Miss Rainbows, you put them really close together and you start to separate them out as you get closer to the front. So 1, 2, 3, and then start separating them out.
Then you can just color in the bottom in the little square with whatever color you want. And now it kind of looks like
you're traveling into.
Going down into a hole.
Well, why does this work? Because in our next trivia question, we're fooling what sense? It should be obvious, right? Is it your ears, your eyes, or your nose? Super easy trivia questions today. You're actually fooling, well, you're fooling your eyes, but you're also fooling your brain a bit, because your brain looks at the picture and tries its best to fill in the information as it would normally see in real life. And other tricks you can use to sort of really make that look like a tunnel going down, and that you can sort of reach in there, which you can't, is to use colors and shading to make things appear to be different shapes. Usually, something that is darker on a page, it can pop up or it can pop down, and because we're telling you this is a hole that's going down into a deep dark pit, it makes your brain think, I'm going down. And the more shading you add and lighting it up towards the edge, the more it gives that illusion of sort of dropping into the middle. Kind of cool, huh?
Yeah.
So what's your next one that you want to show everybody? Or is it my turn?
I have two more. I'm gonna show one. You can show some more 3D shapes and maybe show some more detail to one that I'm gonna show. As I'm just gonna show a very simple version of one, and then my mom might add some more detail to it.
I mean, you could do this trick with circles.
Yeah.
And start doing really close circles all the way around and sort of come back out again. It looks like a tunnel in a dark hole. And if you add a few lines that are going up from it, it gives you that impression that it's like a deep hole or deep well. And you can do that for making this look like it's a ball sitting on the page. And you decide where your light source is going to come from. And you color in a shadow that doesn't go all the way to the edge, see? I'm leaving just a little bit here because of how light works. Light bounces off the table and will reflect a little bit of the same color back up onto the ball. So you can give it that impression of sitting on a table, and it gets fairly dark near the ball. And there you go. So it looks sort of like a ball sitting on a table.
All right. Let's see.
Are you ready for your next 3D object?
What are you going
to trick us with this time?
Illusion is what I call the pyramid illusion. First, you want to draw a square. Big square or a little square, depending on how big you want your
I don't have a
pyramid
page. I'm going to make my pyramid small.
Then, draw a little baby point in the middle, or a dot in the middle. Dot. Kind of like a really, really small dot on a die. Or a die. Or one dice. And then you draw the lines from the corners up to the dot. And let's pick where you want your sun. So I'm going to put my sun here. Oh, hold on.
You're from this side? Okay.
I'm going from this side.
That's my representative of a sun. It's not a very visceral sun. Kind of a mad sun. It's the Mario angry sun.
Here's my happy sun. Alright.
don't know why I did that. That's funny. Okay. Carry on.
So, let's see. Because the sun is going to hit this square.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to hit this square, or those triangles of the pyramid. So these two here, on this side, are shaded. And these two here are brighter because of the angle of the sun. I'm going to grab this, I'm going to make a new layer. I'm going to pop this shaded kind of color here. I'm glad I'm on digital because I can bend over my screen. I've said this a million times, but I can bend over my screen.
Yeah, she always finds it hard when she's not on digital because she's so afraid she's blocking the screen.
Alright.
Oh, your choice of yellow may have been maybe tricky. Make people think that the sun is shining on there. I'm just gonna use black and white because it makes it easier. I like to make it darker the further away. So if my sun's sort of almost on the horizon shining this way on it, and make it darker near the base of the pyramid. So it sort of gives you this impression like it's traveling upward.
And my yellow here.
Oh, you're using a lighter one on the other side.
This here is the bright side of it.
That's interesting. See how even changing the color for a lighter one and a darker one can just give you that impression.
Alright, now I'm going to do the simpler version of the next optical illusion.
You can
It's really cool. Because...
Is this taking letters?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to draw the really simpler version of it, and then you can add on to it
Okay.
if you need to. Anybody have a request for what letter I should draw?
Does anybody have a favorite letter they want Miss Rainbows to draw as a three-dimensional shape? And you can give me one too, so you can give me two different letters. Give us two different letters. We have an A. Any other letters? An A and
Do you want to do the A?
You want me to do the A? Sure.
You do the A. Anybody else has another letter? I'll do it for them.
Okay.
Because every single letter, there's different points that you want to. Okay, C. I'll do C.
Okay. Well, I'll start and do the letter shape because I watched Miss Rainbows do that. First, you want to do your letter, except you want to sort of do it. Letter A. I'm going to do it as a boxy A. So I put a little line in the top.
But you have to either bubble letter it or make it
letter
bigger. And you don't want to take up your whole page with it.
So draw yourself an A. I drew myself a boxy A just like that. And you can do this with pretty much any shape, any letter.
Yeah. Any shape, any letter. But every letter and every shape has different points that you want to focus on to give the impression that is being projected.
I'm going to give you two versions here too.
Projection illusion.
Okay, so which way are we going to do this one? You tell me.
So,
You're the illusionist.
first you want to find any straight parts, and you want to draw a line.
This is super. So, we're gonna project it this way. Okay.
Straight towards where you want the projection to be coming from. And you want to do it on every point where it curves.
Even in the A part there, you can sort of do it like that.
Yeah. And you want it to come out. I'm not doing like it's super long though, Mommy. I'm doing it so that it's projected. Because the one inside the A would actually show on the one I'm doing. Like this. The ones that would come out of the A would be showing in that big little space between it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you do that. Then I like to do my shadowing after. But you can add your shadowing.
Here's the cool part, is you can make this seem like a super long A being projected out from the middle of your page. You can do it from any angle. I can make it like this is where my point of projection is. As long as I pick a point there for all of my lines to line up with. Now it looks really confusing with them side by side, but if I'm focusing on this one, I can then make it a blocky A. That's standing out a bit.
I'll do an A here too.
I'm doing an A too.
So I'm going to make this one look like it is... It's one of those ones that is super duper long. And
I'm going to do a C over here too.
I'm going to draw the same kind of angle. But I'm not going to show any of the ones that would appear like, I'm not going to show them if they're appearing through another one like this. See, this is good. This is the what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not going to shadow anything. I'm not going to shadow anything because now it looks like somebody's just taken this A and made it super, 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 super long.
Yeah, and this, doing the extra long ones can help you determine if you want a really thick A or a really small A. And if you're doing it with a pencil, you can sort of erase those lines later so you have this awesome A standing out. I'm going to do a bubble version. How's that?
I've always wanted to try this illusion myself.
Are you doing one you haven't done before? A non-practiced one?
No, I've never tried this one before. Never tried it. If we do a 3D wall, no, I feel like it's too straight up. Because in the ones I've seen, it doesn't look as straight. So if we just made this one,
There's that other A up there.
and I drew there.
What are you doing now?
Just trying this one out.
There are all kinds of ways, as Miss Rainbow is doing this demonstration, There are all kinds of ways to make your eye think that it's seeing something three-dimensional when you're drawing artwork. You can use color, value, lines, all kinds of things. So a lot of these we're doing here are perspective lines. So you determine where the horizon sight would be.
And you're drawing this one to work.
That's okay. You're drawing lines towards it. This one is using a bit of that perspective lines, but also using color and value. So darker objects either tend to be far away or further away out of the sight or line of sight. Objects that are less saturated in color tend to be on the horizon when you're doing a painting. So like the blue, cooler colors tend to be further away. Blues, purples, the greens and the yellows and the reds all seem to be closer to you. So these are all sort of little tricks that you can use to fool your eye into thinking that your painting or your picture is jumping off the page. Like your letters are jumping off the page. What one are you trying now?
I've seen a bunch of them, guys. Like that are actually
That's one big eraser.
yeah. That are actually like
I have to remember that when I go to use my artwork tomorrow. Imagine that. I'm doing my artwork and
and then the whole thing gets raised. That'd be terrible. But you can I don't even know what I was saying. I don't remember what I was saying.
Well, what are you working on right now? Talk to us about what you're working on right now.
Well, oh yeah, I've seen a bunch of like real life illusions where it looks like it's like looks like something like that.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like these are in the back, and then these two
are in the front. Mm-hmm.
Except in reality, it's actually reversed.
They're all angled in towards each other.
It just basically looks like that.
Because how we see something, or the perspective that we see something, can really set up our mind to thinking that, or to changing our mind, making our mind fill in the blanks.
I have another one too that I like. It's not really an illusion, but it's kind of similar.
Okay, what are you going to show us?
So this is how I make it look like something thin has flipped over. And I'll pick this green and that orangey color. The green is side one. And then the red is side two. And I can color it in. And then I find that always helps me. So first, you want to draw whatever kind of line you want.
I did a ribbon right
squiggly. Here. And then you can do another line kind of that follows the same path. But it goes through it.
Yeah.
And you can close it off. Then I'm going to use the side one. So this is the side that's usually showing. And then this here is the side that is usually on the bottom. And you can, of course, bend this however you want. As you can see.
So you're using... So I did that here with I'm going to extend it a bit with a ribbon shape. And I used dark to show the side that you're not seeing normally. It's away from you. And this is the side that you're seeing. So you're using folds or you're using edges to give the impression of material being folded. If you had a cape that was flopped over, Maybe like this. Which is not really a natural way for a cape to go, but you make everything around that just a little bit darker, and all the lines would travel towards the edge of the cape. That is pretty cool.
So, what I like to do is like
This is
with
the
the
last
letters.
one, 'cause we're gonna.
Yeah. With the letters.
It's 30 minutes.
You know, with our projection of the letters.
Mm-hmm.
I said you could also use symbols. So, I'm going to use the YouTube play button. Just because I can use it. And I'm going to draw lines coming from, like I explained, lines coming like that. There we go. This might go a bit more like here. And I'm going to make this go. So it's basically, it's not very good shading. There we go. It's basically exactly the same, only using different shapes.
Yeah, you can use any shape, and part of the key is if you make a shape like that and want to make a sort of 3D shadow to it, think parallel lines. And that's one way you can create that edge. That's pretty cool. I also drew this here, which is a little illusion that if you make 25 dots or more dots, and they're as equal and even as you possibly can make it, and stare at it for about 30 seconds to a minute, and then blink your eyes, you'll see those dots remain in your vision. Except they're reverse color, right? You'll see them as little white dots in your vision. All right, so next week we're going to work on mythical creatures, and in particular we're going to talk about chimeras, right? Or at least the idea of taking different animal pieces and making a different creature out of them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like a griffin, who is what?
It's a lion and an eagle.
A lion and an eagle. So we're going to bring your favorite creatures to the show next week, and we're going to make new creatures out of them. Kind of cool, eh?
Thanks for watching Drop My Kids Edition, episode 58, Illusions.
We hope you guys had some fun drawing some shadows and making things look like they're popping off the page.
Don't forget to subscribe, like, and hit the notifications bell. That way you'll never miss another Drop My Kids Edition ever again.
Join us next week for making our own chimera creatures. We'll see you again soon.
Bye!